Hey guys, so today I want to do a quick speed test between the brand new Android 7.1.1 and Nougat version, which is available for the Nexus 6P, which I have over here. I've installed the update, and then iOS 10.0.3 I think it's called for this one. So let's start them up. Let's go. And I'm gonna run a Geekbench test, Geekbench 4, to see what we get on the latest updates. Okay, so iOS starts. Oh, it's slow, but okay, there we go. Okay, starts up first, 10.0.3. Sweet. I'm just gonna insert the passcode over there. So that is interesting. You can see a slight new little animation update here on 7.1.1. You can see the 7.1.1 beta here in the Android beta program. What they have done is they have added a new support page here. Where you quickly can explore tips and tricks, search help and stuff like that. Also they have suggestions here, things that you can activate, help for that. Do not disturb mode, which is very nice. Basic things like change wallpaper, and of course the fingerprint options. If I go down to about phone, you can see the build number over there. Okay, so let's just run this Geekbench test here. This one clearly has more RAM. And I guess there should be decent speed on this one. I'm just gonna go and pick up my phone. Let's see how this goes. Is the iPhone quicker? Maybe it is. The iPhone is a newer phone and it has some interesting specs, so it might actually be the fastest boy in here. Just to confirm that this is not an iPhone 6S, you can see there's no headphone jack. That's how you know it's an iPhone 7. Yeah, it's running a little bit slow here. It looks like it's gonna take around 2.5 minutes on the iPhone 7, but we are only in for 30% on the Nexus 6P. Yeah. Overall, under 7.1.1 didn't have any major changes in terms of UI design look, so that was a little bit boring, but I guess kind of expected, because Android 7 Nougat, the 7.0 version or something, it was the one that had the big kind of update in terms of design. Let's see. Usually it goes very slow, the last percentage, and then I think the Nexus 6P can cut up, you know, it can speed up and almost finish at the same time. At least I think that was the thing that happened last time I was running this. Of course the Nexus 6P is a very big phone, a bit too big, I gotta say, for a high-end phone. I'm not sure why Google always want to make these massive phones when it comes to their high-end devices. It feels like they want to compete with Samsung's Note lineup, but it just feels weird because the Google devices, they never come with a pen, so this big display thing gets a little bit boring because it's just like a normal phone but with a bigger display, and it's just like very annoying there. They should definitely add some kind of pen feature, especially when Samsung can do it in the same kind of size. And the pen is quite useful actually if you want to draw things and have fun, be a little bit more creative. So, Sun core score 3500 almost. They are on the iPhone 7. And you can see some boring detailed specs here. Temperature 1.3 as I said, and that the iPhone has 2 processors. And I'm not sure, I think it's like, yeah, it's 2 processors that they don't have, that have a single core each. What Samsung usually do in the other companies is usually they just have 1 processor and many cores on that one, so it's a little bit different. They're doing it. Of course, you can see the standard single core scores here, how fast it tries things like web code like HTML5 and HTML, of course, so you can build websites. Try the camera here, 11.2 images per second, PDF renderings, also like random things that most people might not know. 14.5 megapixels per second with an HDR mode. HDR usually can make a little bit more interesting photos, but usually they get way bigger in size. We are around 18% left on the Nexus 6P. Is there a big difference in multi-core score? You can see that this device is getting, with the Apple's A10 Fusion, it's getting a little bit higher than the iPad Pro, this massive iPad, which is on 13 inches in size. And then the iPhone SE also gets a very good score for being an iPhone here. Interesting there how it gets a tiny bit higher than the iPhone 6s Plus, which kind of feels like it should get higher score also with the iPhone 6s. I'm not sure if they changed a tiny thing in the iPhone SE or if it was just out of luck that it got a little bit higher here, because you don't know how many times they've done these tests over and over again. Maybe it has to do something with the screen resolution. I'm not sure if it's the same as on the iPhone SE as the iPhone 6s. But that can definitely be one of the reasons, because it kind of feels like the iPhone SE should need less pixels to render stuff because of the smaller display, which is, I'm pretty sure it's 4-inch, which is kind of small these days, but there was a time before the Galaxy S2 where 4-inch was, it was like the standard thing, and then they, like Samsung came up with, I think it was 4.3-inch on the S2, then it just grew from that, and now it feels like at least every high-end phone is at least like 5 inches in screen size, except from the iPhone, which is 4.7-inch I think. Wow, multi-core score is way smaller here on the Nexus 6P, 3740, it's almost half, so not good at all. But it's running on another platform, and here it's a little bit different setup, 1 processor and 8 cores. Maybe it can be better for battery saving or something. Snapdragon 810, which is fairly new, but then again, this phone for sure is older than the iPhone, so it's just kind of expected that it should get a little bit lower. But yeah, quickly video checking there on the latest software for each phone, so if you enjoyed, and yeah, have a great day.